Everyone is insecure. I think, really, it comes from, like, a desire to want to be in control of how you're represented. My mother was a teacher. She was grooming my brother and me to be successful, accomplished people. When people find out you're an actress, they Google you. I just have to be myself. I'm not perfect, and I'm going to make mistakes. I might say the wrong thing. I have to be responsible to my community, and I feel like I am, but then I have to not be so hard on myself. I wanted to be famous, I wanted to perform. Those things I really, really wanted more than anything else. Writing a book is quite an undertaking, and I wouldn't want to do it just to do it. Whether you're transgender or not, most of us get to a point in our lives where we can no longer lie to ourselves. We shouldn't demonize the woman who wears high heels, and we shouldn't demonize the woman who doesn't wear high heels. We should accept all forms of comportment. Seeing a black transgender woman embracing and loving everything about herself might be inspiring to some other folks. There's not just one trans story. There's not just one trans experience. The preoccupation with transition and with surgery objectifies trans people, and we don't get to really deal with the real lived experiences. I'm so grateful that I had the luxury of transitioning in private. Because when you transition in the public eye, the transition becomes the story. I'm always skeptical about representations of trans people, especially when trans people are not making the work. I'm a self-made woman in every sense of the word. You need names to get the movie made. When people have points of reference that are humanizing, that demystifies difference. When I was perceived as a black man, I became a threat to public safety. When I was dressed as myself, it was my safety that was threatened. When a trans woman gets called a man, that is an act of violence. There are lessons in everything. The bad, the good. Our job is to listen, and to continue to learn, so that maybe we get better at this. Maybe get better at life. We are not what other people say we are. We are who we know ourselves to be, and we are what we love. That's okay. It is revolutionary for any trans person to choose to be seen and visible in a world that tells us we should not exist. If you have a problem with people living their lives and being authentically who they are, you really should go and do some soul searching. I believe that when we love someone, we respect them, and we listen to them, we feel that their voice matters. And we let them dictate the terms of who they are and what their story is. Healthcare for trans women is a necessity. It is not elective. It is not cosmetic. It is life-saving. Believing that you are unworthy of love and belonging, or that who you are authentically is a sin or is wrong, is deadly. Each and every one of us has the capacity to be an oppressor. I want to encourage each and every one of us to interrogate how we might be an oppressor and how we might be able to become liberators for ourselves and for each other. I have always been aware that I can never represent all trans people. No one or two or three trans people can. This is why we need diverse media representations of trans folks to multiply trans narratives in the media and depict our beautiful diversities. Laverne Cox, born May 29, 1972, was born in Mobile, Alabama, and was raised by a single mother and grandmother within the AIM Zion Church. She has an identical twin brother, M. Lamar, who portrayed the pre-transitioning Sophia as Marcus in Orange is the New Black. Cox has stated that she attempted suicide at the age of 11, when she noticed that she had developed feelings for her male classmates and had been bullied for several years for not acting the way someone assigned male at birth was supposed to act. She is a graduate of the Alabama School of Fine Arts in Birmingham, Alabama, where she studied creative writing before switching to dance. She then studied for 2 years at Indiana University Bloomington before transferring to Marymount Manhattan College in New York City, where she switched from dancing, specifically classical ballet, to acting. During her first season on Orange is the New Black, she was still appearing at a restaurant on the Lower East Side as a drag queen, where she had applied initially to work as a waitress. Laverne Cox is an American actress and LGBT advocate. She rose to prominence with her role as Sophia Bursett on the Netflix series Orange is the New Black, becoming the first transgender person to be nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award in an acting category, and the first to be nominated for an Emmy Award since composer Angela Morley in 1990. In 2015, she won a Daytime Emmy Award in Outstanding Special Class Special as executive producer for Laverne Cox Presents The T-Word, making her the first trans woman to win the award. In 2017, she became the first transgender person to play a transgender series regular on U.S. broadcast TV as Cameron Worth on CBS's Doubt. Cox appeared as a contestant on the first season of VH1's reality show I Want to Work for Diddy, and co-produced and co-hosted the VH1 makeover television series Transform Me. In April 2014, Cox was honored by GLAAD with its Stephen F. Kolzak Award for her work as an advocate for the transgender community. In June 2014, Cox became the first transgender person to appear on the cover of Time magazine. Cox is the first transgender person to appear on the cover of a Cosmopolitan magazine, with her February 2018 cover on the South African edition. She is also the first openly transgender person to have a wax figure of herself at Madame Tussauds.